Hello students, in this video we learn about moving coil galvanometer. The purpose of this moving coil galvanometer is to measure small amounts of current. It not only measures the current but it can show the direction of the current also. The basic working principle of this moving coil galvanometer is whenever a current coil carrying coil is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences some torque. We have discussed about this in previous video. So the whole moving coil galvanometer is based on that principle. So my request is before watching this video, first you go through the vector cross product video and another video, the force acting on a current carrying coil placed in a magnetic field video. If you go through those two videos, then only you can understand this video, otherwise you cannot. So now try to understand this moving coil galvanometer. We starts from its description. A moving coil galvanometer, it consists a current carrying coil, rectangular coil. It is made of copper. It is called copper coil, and it is wound on a cylindrical, soft iron cylindrical. Cylinder is made of soft iron because soft iron has high permeability. It increases the magnetic field strength. And this rectangular coil mounted on cylindrical surface or cylinder is placed between two circular magnets. They are concave magnets or horseshoe magnet, whatever you call. They are placed inside this magnet. The purpose of using this concave shaped magnet is they can provide radial magnetic field. Radial magnetic field is here shown here. The magnetic field lines can flow through like this. And the important advantage of using this radial magnetic field is they keep magnetic field strength constant, and this magnetic field strength is always along the plane of the coil, whether the coil rotates or not. If the coil rotates also, the field is along the plane of the coil. That is the advantage of using this circular shaped or concave shaped magnet by creating radial magnetic field. And this coil is attached to a spring which can twist, and which is in turn attached to a pointer, and pointer is showing some graded scale here. So these are the important parts of a moving coil galvanometer. Now we try to understand its working. So this moving coil galvanometer, when attached to electrical circuit, current passes through this. When current passes through this coil, then torque is produced in this. When torque is produced in this torque is transferred to the spring which is attached at the top, and this spring in turn twists, it contracts. Then this spring is attached to moving pointer. Pointer can freely move on scale. When the spring twists, then it moves on pointer, showing some deflection. Here the basic idea is the force acting on this coil is transferred to spring. Then spring starts twisting, then the pointer moves. When the spring twists here, then inside the spring, because of elastic action, restoring forces are produced inside the spring. Okay, so when this restoring force equals to torque produced by this coil, both are equal and opposite, then the pointer stops there, showing some particular reading. So here at this particular reading, I mean when equilibrium is attached, equilibrium is again gained. At the equilibrium point, the torque on the coil is equals to restoring force on the spring or twisting force on the spring. Once again I explain this thing. So when current passes through this coil, torque is produced on this coil, so the coil turns. This turning effect is transferred to the spring. Spring in turn starts twisting and moving the pointer on the graded scale. So when the spring starts twisting, because of elastic action, restoring forces are created inside the spring. When this restoring forces are equal to torque acting on the coil, then the pointer stops because both the forces are equal and opposite. Pointer moves stopping. At that particular point, it shows some reading. That is the reading of current. So this is called equilibrium position. At this equilibrium position, the torque acting on the coil and the restoring force both are equal. So now torque acting on the coil is given as NIAB. From previous video we can tell that N is number of turns in coil, magnetic coil, I is the current passing through the coil, A is the area of the coil, and B is the magnetic field strength of radial magnetic field. And restoring forces of the spring is given as K into theta, where K is constant, and this constant means it is force constant. It depends on the angle. Okay, the force per unit angle twist, because the force here acts in angular direction. It shows some angular deflection, so it is measured in terms of force per unit angle twisting angle, and theta is the angle of twist, how much angle this pointer is moving, that is called theta. So multiplied both of this gives the force that is equals to torque acting on the coil, because at equilibrium both are equal. So now when you equate both of them, NIAB, the torque on the coil, equal to K theta, restoring torque of the spring. So we can equate it to theta equal to NIAB by K, and theta equal to NAB by K, and I put outside. So now here the important observation here, once the device is manufactured, once this moving coil galvanometer is made, then some quantities may be fixed. They are constant, they cannot be changed. What are those constant? These are the constant N, A, B and K. N is number of turns in the coil. Once your device is manufactured, number of turns are constant. A means area of the coil, that is also constant. B, magnetic field strength, it remains constant because of radial magnetic field. K is the spring constant, it is a materialistic property. Once spring is fitted, it is also constant. So only variable is I. So from this equation we can say that if I, the current increases, theta also increases. Okay, so we can tell that theta is proportional to I. What does it mean here? So we are manufacturing moving coil galvanometer to measure the current. The incoming current passes through the coil and produces some torque, thereby twisting the spring and moving the pointer. So the angle theta moved by the pointer must be directly proportional to the current. What I mean to say that if the incoming current is increased, then this pointer also show some more reading. That means the angle theta should be increased. So this angle theta should be directly proportional to incoming current. If incoming current increases, theta also should increase, show more current, right? So similar result we got here. Theta is proportional to I. That means incoming current increases, the theta moved by the pointer also increases, showing the more reading. So this is the moving coil galvanometer understanding. Thank you.